Hello, everyone. I'm Felicia. I'm going to be your teacher for the afternoon here. We'll wait a few minutes to see who else joins us.
Hello, Felicia.
Hello, hello. Hi, Mara.
Well, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm gonna give
Mara,
people a
you look
couple more
good.
minutes to get logged in, and then we'll do our accountability, and I'll introduce Felicia.
Sounds
You look good, Mara.
Thank you.
You
I was
doing
glad to
okay?
see people on because after family reunion, sometimes people forget to come back, but
good.
it's showing up good for Felicia, which is great. And I am feeling good. Thank you. Today's my first day back in like the office, so adjusting.
How you feeling? You doing okay?
Yeah, she's been a little gem, so she's been letting me get some work done.
They're making it easier each time, Mara.
I know, but I let them know when they're in there, hey, there's no room for chaos out here. We've already got that filled. So come
Mm.
out.
Mara, can you remind me, is this a slideshow that I go through?
You can yeah, you can share that on your screen. Your instructor manual won't like necessarily pair up perfectly, but it'll share some of the highlights.
Okay, thank
Unless
you.
there's something else you'd rather share on your screen that's more exciting.
Hey Mara,
Yes.
this is Ellie. I am on my way home, so I've got my iPad on and I'm not showing myself. Once I get back up home, then I'll show myself. But I'm just
Okay,
listening while I'm driving, just so you know.
perfect. We've
Thank
got your headshot on the, or a picture of
you.
you
Yeah.
at least on the
Okay,
screen
thank
in the
you.
meantime.
Yeah.
Perfect. And you guys are lucky. This won't be included in her bio, but Felicia just won one of the Northwest Region's top five of, was that Jan it must have been January numbers, right?
That
Or
was
were
for
they from
January, yep.
Yeah, so starting off the year strong as number five out of like almost 6,000 agents, 5,600 and some odd agents.
Good job, Felicia.
Hey, thank you. Takes a
Still
village.
carved out
Thank
time
you.
for us. So
I
pretty
sure appreciate that.
amazing.
Yeah, it's quite an accomplishment. Usually January is a very quiet month,
Yeah,
especially for us in the past. So we're pretty excited. We're
that's
happy about that
awesome.
one.
Perfect. Well, let's start accountability real quick. We'll do a check-in. You guys haven't gotten to do this with me for a couple weeks, so I've been watching and listening to some of the recordings on how things have been going, so I'm not completely out of it. But Khadijah, you want to update us on how everything's going with your accountability?
Yeah, I actually just got a text today asking Erin Stansberry asked me if I wanted to do an open house this weekend. I said yes.
Awesome.
I had a baby shower on Saturday, which I wasn't going to like insert myself as a realtor, but it came up naturally. So I
Good.
had
Yep.
about 3 or 4 conversations about real estate, about still doing it. Oh, I have you on my list. We're thinking about this and that. So that was really great.
Awesome.
Um, and what else? Oh, I just did some follow-up calls today from the open house I did with Felicia. I had a couple of leads from that open house, super busy. And I called I've sent a text and some emails, but they haven't responded. So I called today and left a message. And also one of my clients from last year that I called you about, Mara,
Yeah.
I showed them the house last week. Um, and I've been trying to follow up with them just to see where they're at. I did send them a CMA and I've been forwarded all the paperwork that the listing agent sent me. Um, so yeah, and I called them today too. And so I'm just waiting to hear back from people. I love when they just like don't respond. But that's where I'm at right now.
I'm sure Felicia can attest to this too, but sometimes they don't respond, don't respond, don't respond until we do. And then you're like, okay, it was still worth it to keep checking in. It was good.
Yeah. They ghosted me like last summer. I
I remember
didn't
that.
literally didn't hear anything up until a couple like last week when they're like, "Hey girl, you still doing real estate?" And I was like, Yeah, I am. So, yep. So that's it. That's what I have.
Good. Shelly, how's everything with you?
Well,
Did you say
um,
Shelly or Sherry?
Shelly,
Okay.
you'll be next.
I well, unfortunately, I had a dental procedure done last week on a tooth pull, and it didn't go as well, so it got all
Ouch.
infected. So I've kind of been on the recovery mode for an entire week, um, and went to the dentist again today, and I'm doing better now. So hopefully this week I can get back in action again, um, because finally the swelling's down and
Good.
starting to feel better. So yeah, I'm hoping I can go out and do some. I got my door hangers, so I'm hoping to get that done this week. But yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I was kind of just in recovery mode.
Yeah, ouch. Totally understandable.
Yeah.
Excellent. Sherry, what about you?
So I was in Maui for a week with my husband for a conference, and while he was in his classes, I went to some open houses. So I picked the KW open houses. So I got some contacts for
Great.
referrals. So I have 5 people in my referral database from Maui now. So if anybody knows of anybody needing to move to Maui, I have some good contacts.
Awesome. We should all go in and get a vacation house there and take turns at it.
Yeah, they have some really nice, expensive places over there.
I bet.
And
We
then
all
I came
more
back and did
houses.
an open house in Florence yesterday, which was really busy. So
Good.
that was good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good job. Way to jump back in. Okay, Ellie, did you want to update us? I know you're driving, so if not, it's okay.
It's all right. I can talk. Um,
Great.
so I just left the Keller Williams office in Medford. I spent about 2 hours down there going through prompts on making cold calls, and I've got a pond up here in Grants Pass, like 500 some odd numbers that I'm going to start calling.
Awesome.
But I'm going to practice before I do that. And I think I'm going to shadow somebody on an open house this weekend.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I got my name badge or like a name tag to wear, but I'm not wearing it until my cards show up because I don't want to not have cards on me when I'm wearing that. And they should show up either tomorrow or the next day. And yeah, after going through all that little tutoring at the office, I feel like I'm overwhelmed with so much stuff that I don't even know which end is up. But here I am, moving through.
Okay, one thing at a time. Focus in on the conversation.
Yes, thank you.
Good job. Zinnia, how did the home show go? Zinnia, are you there?
Sorry, yes.
Okay,
So it went really well. I've made about 46 calls this morning already.
great.
So then I got about 260 more to go.
Good. Awesome.
Good.
So I think it went really good.
Yeah,
I would
lots
totally
of
recommend
follow-up
it. Yeah.
Great.
I think
Good
it's
job.
for the price, I would
Yeah.
totally recommend this.
Yeah, good. Awesome. Good job. Perfect. Well, today we have Felicia with Strengthen Relationships. She's a real estate with you're 7 years in now, right? Or is it 8?
We just had our 8th anniversary together.
Yeah, I was like 6 years is outdated. I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
needs to be updated.
Give or take.
She was still here after 8 years. Her exceptional skills and commitment to her clients have earned her the prestigious Double Gold Solo Agent Award in 2023. I'm sure it's even higher now. A testament to her outstanding performance and unwavering dedication, recognized for her expertise and success. Felicia ranks in the top 10% of agents in the MLS for 2023 as well. What was it this year? I feel like you were
Top 4% this
Yeah, I
time.
was like, I feel like you were above 5% this year. So she's just continuing growing. She's someone we always see plugged in. So definitely a testament to like continuing to show up and plug in and come to classes. You do continue to grow even that far into your career. Her ability can, and yeah, this reflects her ability to consistently exceed client expectations and achieve remarkable results. So she is just all out a seller agent, really focuses on strengthening relationships within her database and her sphere. So this is a really good class and match for her to teach. And Leora agrees too. Apparently she's just dreaming, but she's being a noisy dreamer. So I'm gonna mute myself and let you guys take it away.
Thank you, Mara. Well, thank you all for joining in this afternoon. I appreciate it. This is always one of my more favorite classes to teach. I am a very relationship-based realtor. My team knows that. Our motto is, of course, relationships first, and it's a testament to my growth over the last 8 years. I truly believe that without the way I run my business and pay attention to my clients and details and this and that, my team and I wouldn't be where we are today. So, thank you all for chiming in on this. And I'm a West Coast girl, but I've been told I talk like I'm from the East Coast. So if I go too fast, please tell me to slow down, or if you have questions, raise your hand, things like that. If you have anything to screen share, just raise your hand and you should be able to. And in the past, we do have an agenda for the day, but this is definitely more of a Q&A as we go along. So if there are success stories you have or struggles or this or that, I want to hear all about them because I've gone through them. I'm probably still going through them. That's one thing about real estate is every single client's going to be different from day to day. So we may have had a great, successful relationship with a high D in the past, and you think, I have the high D's down, and then the next one comes along and could, throw you for a loop. So today's just a little bit of everything. I want to answer your questions. I want to make sure I leave plenty of time for them and also be cautious of your time. We will certainly be done by 3, if not a little bit sooner. And share a little bit more about how I run my business and how I make sure I keep in front of my clients at all times. I just came back from family reunion. They always say if you're not in front of your client, someone else is. And I think in today's world more than ever, with Facebook and algorithms and I guarantee everyone knows at least one realtor, if not 2, if not 3, or my cousin's sister, or my teacher's soccer coach, and this and that. So, being purposeful, making sure you're the one that is staying in front of them, but also being relevant. There's nothing worse than getting the same email 7 times from the same layout from command. And so, being purposeful with the content that you share. That's what makes this all really awesome. Is my differences are probably profoundly different than some of yours here. And what I share on Facebook doesn't mean you have to share it on Facebook. But making it engaging and easy to read is always good too. So let's see. Last week you guys did lead follow up. No, today we're doing lead follow up. You guys did converting leads into contacts last week. How'd that work out for everybody? Feel free to chime in if you'd like. Have you all been pretty regular on this call for the most part? I recognize a few of you from my brokerage. The rest of you are a little bit new here. Well, today is, I think, one of the more important steps because you can get contacts all day long. Are all of you pretty much for the most part on social media? Say yes or say yes. Yes, great. If not, please get on social media ASAP. Whether you like it or not, it is not my forte, but it is free. And as a new agent, as an ongoing agent, I do not pay for marketing. I pay for my relationships that are my marketing. So I am heavily referral based. About 70% of my business comes from other agents all throughout the world. And that is how I pay for marketing. I don't miss birthdays. I know birthdays. I know pets' names. I know when pets are sick. I know when they're dying. I have questionnaires of all sorts. My poor assistant, God bless her. I am constantly revamping my questionnaires based on what I see, what I receive from other people. So, you may not think you have a large database for the moment. Start with agents because there's millions of agents. I tend to stick within KW. Some of my partners are non-agnostic. Yeah, Shelley. Oh, okay. Start with agents. If you don't feel like you have anyone to call for a buy or sell, great. Get out a map of the United States and get every single metro city and form a relationship with one person from those cities. If you do follow Facebook and you start joining these real estate groups, again, they're free. It's something that I have dominated a little. Oops, I got someone wanting to come in here. Something that is it's easy to do. So when there's a request for an agent in Eugene, Oregon, there are immediately about 15 of my partners automatically tagging me because they've worked with me in the past and they are from all over. And it doesn't take much to click that profile and say, oh, they're a top agent in Denver. Oh, they're a top agent in Houston. So even if you don't feel like you have anyone to buy or sell, start with your agents. I have organically built my network into a massive, massive referral database, and it happened organically. 5 years ago, I would have said, no, I'm never going to pay 25% a deal. You're out of your mind. It continuously grows every year, but so does my business with it. And I have kind of become this not saying there's plenty of opportunity out there because I'm not for every person and every person's not for me either. And so, making yourself known in the area, that's huge. You don't need to go to family reunion. You don't need to go to mega camp. You just need to make yourself in front of people. Start here locally. Get somebody out of Salem. If you don't cover Salem right now, get somebody in Salem. If you don't cover Portland, call somebody in Portland. Hi, do you have anyone here in Eugene? Hi, do you have anyone here in Eugene? No? Great. Can we schedule a 15-minute Zoom? Yes.
That said, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So I had somebody call me from, I think it was Hillsboro, and he had me open a door for a client of his here. And it's a brother and sister, so the brother's the agent.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I can open the house when he asked me to, but they're down there quite a bit. Do I need, if they want to see another house that he has not contacted me on, do I need a buyer's rep?
Yeah, I would reach out to him and just say, listen, they've contacted me personally. I'm not sure if you're going to send a referral form over, or maybe I can send one to you. Now, if he just wants you to simply open doors, then you need to negotiate that on how you look at it. My rule of thumb is when I do go away, I have one agent, sometimes two, that become my door openers. And what I always say is if you open a door while I'm gone, I'll pay you. But if that deal closes, I will also cut you some.
Okay. Because I just
Not
didn't know
everyone's
how to
going to do
handle
that, but
Right.
I feel that's how I run because I know when I leave, I have these guys that can take care of my clients, no questions asked. And if they happen to sell it at the same time, heck yeah, you deserve a cut. So make sure that, you're very forthcoming on what is expected of you, especially now that the clients reached out to you directly. I would have the agent to agent talk first before you establish that relationship with that client.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Okay.
good
That's
job.
what
I mean, there's a reason they're calling you and not the other agent.
Yeah, he just called me out of the blue on a Saturday and I opened the door and this has been going on a couple of months now. And now they reached out because they wanted to see a house and then I didn't know how to handle that. I haven't done
Absolutely. At
it.
this point, I would just say, my broker, as of the whole state of Oregon, requires a buyer rep agreement for me to continue opening doors. And, if they come, we just want you to be a door opener, that's a conversation you guys have. But, definitely start there before you go to that client, just to establish that boundary. So today, you got a pretty good mindset, probably how this is all going to work out. You all seem like people-based person. You're here. If you weren't a people person, you wouldn't be in real estate, and definitely not on my Zoom. So we're just going to kind of run down again. I'm going to use my systems and tools, share those with you, and just kind of get you to see a big picture because it is a long game. Not every client is an A buyer. Not every client is an A seller. I'm going live on a listing that I have been working on since May of 2024. 2 years in the making. So the sooner you realize that, I think the more you become a relationship-based client or based realtor because these are people that if they sign with you once and you do it right, they'll sign with you each and every time. And they will ask their friends and their mothers and their cousins and their bowling coaches to also sign with you. So we'll talk about the mindset. We're going to go over some goals, go over, just a few personal goals that I would just set for yourselves over this next coming week until you go to chapter 13. Put together a plan. I want to hear some ahas, some recap. I'll sit here and talk till 8 p.m. tonight. So it's good if you talk to me too. I'm not a big engager on Zoom, but I tell you what, you learn a lot more. I stood in a room of about 11,000 agents at family reunion, and it was the most terrifying thing I've ever done. But it's amazing what it'll do for your mindset. So. Gary Keller, if you all haven't read Shift yet, definitely get a hold of Shift and definitely do the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. The nice thing is, if you are like me and you're not a big reader, Audible all day long. You're going to be driving all day long. And I used to be a Dateline. I used to be the murder podcast, and I still am. Those are, sometimes indulgence, but my coach told me, she goes, you may not think it's affecting how your mindset is, but it is. And so I have actually gone back to doing the Millionaire Real Estate Agent for about the sixth time, and hearing it, so much different. So much different. It's like I'm hearing it for the first time all over again. So that's how I absorb my information. If I read a book, my mind's already thinking about 37,000 other things. So get the books down. They work. I promise you, they really do work. Book groups are important. My team and I consist of a transaction coordinator and an admin, but my transaction coordinator also does some extra work. So I do consider us a team. I broadcast us as a team. I share with my clients that we are a team, but we have a book club. Right now we are reading one called The Burnout Book. Pretty good book. If, as these wheels get spinning and, your days off are becoming less and less, or your hours in the day are becoming less and less, it is important not to burn out. So if anyone needs something to read, get the Burnout Book. Even if you're not busy, it's just a really good kind of mindset on life. But in Shift, Gary always says, know that growth comes from clarity, priorities, excuse me, and focused action. Clarity is the big one there. It's tax season. It's everyone's favorite few months of the real estate world, being independent business owners. But clarity is the number one thing that, a smart and successful real estate agent will have. I got in trouble this morning. My coach's first question was, what's your P&L for the week? And I didn't have my number down. She goes, you do not know what you lost this last week or gained. That's a problem. So it took me quite a few years to get a proper system down. I was always one of those that saw other people in my office and thought I had to have that system. Those didn't work for me. So find a system that works for you. We all are different creatures. We're all different business owners. That's the nice luxury. But discipline is number one. You got to have discipline in the here. You guys have looked like it gone over the part about leads versus contacts. Does anyone have a good example of a lead versus a contact, or do you know what the difference is between a lead versus a contact? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, all of you are contacts right now. Every single one of you are contacts. Not one of you is a lead. I would not send a client to one of you. I would not receive a client from one of you. Maybe if we did a dual deal, you are all contacts. A lead is somebody that will eventually turn into a piece of business. Maybe now, maybe it's your open house, and it may be 3 years down the line because they have a 320 credit score. That's a lead. And then from a lead, you classify them into, or what I do, 3 different categories. You can call them 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, ready, set, go. However that looks, your A's, they're the people that are ready to go. You're showing them houses every weekend. They've already been pre-approved. You know their criteria. You probably have a narrow search down for them. Your B's, they just got pre-approved. They're not in a big hurry. Their lease is up in 6 months. Okay. C's, they don't want to get pre-approved until they find the right house. No problem. It's still a lead, but you gotta, you should be working with pre-approved buyers at the very, very least, or having a conversation with their lender and figuring out, are they a past client? Is this how they work? Is this Bob Smith with, or that was a bad example, he's an owner. Is this Bob Rogers with, $6 million in the bank? So, figuring out your leads, because you can waste a lot of time on a C's and you're not benefiting your A's. So, when you do get a client, classify them. KW Command, if you guys are using that for your CRM, I used it for many years. I went off of it. I'm back on it. It's free, and they've done a ton of good tweaks to it. So if you ever get a command class in or have an opportunity, take KW Command class. I was not a big proponent of it. I am back to it. I think we have probably 120 tags in our KW Command interface. Those tags get down to pet owners. They get down to, are they an alcoholic? Do they drink? Do they do this? The more you know, the more it's going to show you care. So, um, with leads and contacts, it's a pretty tall tale sign when you first engage with me. I send you either a buyer or a seller presentation. It's a PDF, or I do have physical copies. I got them all over my house. People hate me at my house, but I have these. I take them to open houses, and I just have them sitting out. It tells you a little bit about me, about my team, in a simple process. You'd be shocked at how many people have no idea what they're doing when they buy a house, or the call. Okay, we have an accepted offer. Now what? So setting expectations beforehand are big. The more you set expectations, the less surprises there can be along the way. So that's kind of a tall tale sign. If they take that or they open that, then comes the questionnaire. I have a buyer, seller, as well as an agent questionnaire. Again, you don't have contacts, start with agents. Make yourself a number one person here in Eugene. Be my competition. I hope I start to see each and every one of your names on a Facebook forum being my competition. Start there, make an agent questionnaire. I can tell you Maggie Sadowska's birthday in Miami. I can tell you about her kids. I can tell you about John Douglas in Missouri. I can tell you he loves to hunt. I don't like it. He does. But these are relationship-based things. And it's so easy. It's a one-page questionnaire, but it shows you care. And, when you get 300 notifications on Facebook, but you're the agent that texts your client or calls your client, mind blowing. I can't believe you remembered my birthday. You don't want to ask for their birthday? Fine, ask escrow. Escrow takes a copy of their license each and every time they go into a signing. So making sure you got your difference between contacts and leads. Contacts are great. They could formulate into something. Nurture them separately. Do not send them email lists about what it's like to buy a house tomorrow. If they're not even interested, send them your spring home tips for spring coming up. I have, I think, 7 different email setups right now. One is for my referral agents. One is for agents I've never done business with. One is for local clients. One are for clients that have moved away. 2 is for active buyers, active sellers, and then investors. So again, Command, it's all free. You could sit there and make templates all day long. If you're looking for things to do, that's a great start, because again, you want your email to be engaging. I do delete a lot of emails every single day from referral partners. Subject lines, very important. Don't just say newsletter from Eugene, Oregon. Identify yourself. Hey, Felicia Mondragon has shared Tracktown real estate news with you this week. Emoji, whatever that looks like for you. Focus on building relationships and take the market share. Again, if they're not thinking about you when it comes to real estate, that means they're thinking about somebody else, or they're thinking about Google. I implore you all to pull out ChatGPT and ask for the best realtors in Eugene, Oregon. I was shocked. I was shocked at those first 3 names. I've worked with them, but one of them has so many reviews, and my mind was blown. You know where she's getting her business right now? ChatGPT, because I called her. I said, I am in Atlanta, and you are the very first. What do I need to know? She goes, how many reviews do you have? I go, I think like 36. She goes, I have 124. So building those up. How do you build your reviews up if you don't have clients? Good question. You don't ever want to lie. It's pretty easy if my top 5 girlfriends went and left me a review and somebody went to my Instagram page and saw me with my top 5 girlfriends at the beach. This is probably a little fishy. You know where you can start? When you connect with your agents. Hey, would you leave me a review if I left one for you? Yes, yes. Start off with that question. Hey, Heather out of Portland. This is Ellie down in Medford. Wondering if you have anyone down here. No? Great. Can we schedule a 15-minute Zoom? By the way, what is your preferred platform? I'm going to drop you a Google review. Will you do the same for me? One, it shows you're not asking about you. My line is, hey, how can we expand our business together? Even if I have a referral partner where they are, I'm not going to tell them that, because maybe my client doesn't mesh with my number 1. They may mesh with number 2, but how can I expand your business? How can we grow together? Simple as that. The more you make it about somebody else, the better they're going to listen to you, and the more they'll remember you. Let's see. Tomorrow's transactions. See, I think a lot of this is probably a bit redundant for you too. Um, is anyone out there? Well, let me ask you this. Who's closed a deal? Just show of hands. Has anyone here closed a deal yet? Congratulations. Open houses. Who's out there doing open houses? I know a few of you are because you're doing them for me. Great. You're getting into the season. Start doing open houses. They're free clients. They are free clients walking around. And you know what? You know what the best thing about open houses is? Here's your number one tagline. If you take one thing away from me today, guess what? The rate for the first time since 2022 has a 5 in front of it, you guys. A 5. You know what else? Hook number 2. Mortgage applications are up 25% than what they were a year ago. You know what that means, Mr. Seller? There's 25% more buyers out there right now looking 25% more than there were a year ago. Take that in today's in market. Make that spiel. And your buyer's like, oh, well, and then when I tell my buyer, hey, we can't afford to keep waiting. You've already lost 20,000 from last year. You're already up $275 from a mortgage payment last year. Now you got 25% more competition on the market. We need to be smart. Because this last year was my best year, but I got more gray hairs and more days just staring at the sun blindly because there was so much vulnerability in that market. I've never seen anything like that. People getting picky over $100, $200, $300. And in the long run, to us, it's like maddening. But it does happen. And at the end of the day, it's your client's decision. You are there to guide them, make them feel comfortable, but also let them know you're there, the professional. I had a listing go live a while back, and I always discuss bottom dollar with my client. What's your comfortable dollar? What's your bottom dollar? Meaning after paying me, agent, title fees, this, that. She gave me her bottom dollar on day 3. I had an offer for her that netted her over $10,000 from the bottom dollar. And we're in a market of 81 days at this point. And I said, this is a great offer. She goes, well, we also had a good open house. I go, but this is the only offer that came from that open house. She didn't take it. Next day she wanted it. That buyer walked, said no. It irritated that buyer enough. So now she's going to take even less money than that. So guiding your clients the best way you can, because sometimes you won't. As frustrating as that was, it's like, okay, we just got to get back out there and find it again. We found it once, we'll find it again. Certain things I like to use. I'm so sorry. One of you said something about business cards and not wanting to do open houses quite yet. If you ever run out of business cards, or you're like me and you walk into open houses and you're like, I don't have business cards on me. More powerful than that, because I can tell you, I just went to a conference with 12,000 agents, is this business card right there. You should have that business card at all times. At all times. You can take one from my open house. That's fine. Hey, can I drop this to you too? What's your number? Sometimes people say no, and you got to let them say no. But this is more, in my opinion, just as important, if not more, over the next 3 to 5 years than a physical business card. I will lose your business card. There's a whole stack of them in the front of my truck right now. This is your business card. One, because you get their number. Can I drop this to you? Oh, you came to my open house. Hey, I have a couple more coming up here around the corner, or I know of a couple more. Who cares if you don't? There'll always be more real estate coming up. I want you to be the first to know. Let me drop my card to you so you know who I am, and then you can, take it from there. Make it comfortable. But this is free.
Are you airdropping it? Is that what you're doing?
I prefer to share it so I can get your number. Or airdrop it. Maybe airdrop does show. I'm not very technology advanced. That's why I have an assistant that's 10 years younger than me. But sharing that and then saving their conversation. And this is another one. The notes, utilize it so you know who they are, where they came from. I met them at an open house. They have a dog. This house didn't work because there was no fence. Take the notes. Take the time to follow up. Follow up. Follow up. Follow up as many times as it takes till they tell you to stop. Very rarely is that the case. They may fire back and say, oh, I forgot to tell you I have an agent. No worries. Who's your agent? Great. It's Nick Nelson. Okay. Hey, Nick, your clients came through my open house. Where's my offer? Get to know them. Get to know more about them. Half the time they don't have an agent. And they may just say, wow, she cared enough to even take it one step further. So just, follow-up's a big one. I'm a big fan of handwritten cards. Because guess what? Now there's companies out there doing them for like pennies on the dollar. They'll send a handwritten card for you. If any of you have ever come to my open house, there's a beautiful gold frame. Who wants in here? Come on in. There's a beautiful gold frame at my open houses. There's a QR code. It says sign in for a $10 Starbucks gift card. Who doesn't want a $10 gift card? Just for simply signing into my open house. They're not smart on this. I also have a handwritten thing. Just write your name down. As soon as I'm done with my open house, I send it to my assistant, or you send it to this company or however you're dispersing gift cards, and they get a $10 gift card texted them right away. I can see they received it. I can see when they've used it. Hey, how is your mocha caramel macchiato, blah, blah, blah. Great. Have you found a house yet? Can we get together for a second cup of coffee? So there's inexpensive ways. I find people are a little bit less hesitant sometimes to leave contact information. So that's just a nugget I use. You don't have to do that, but make sure you have a sign-in sheet. Come up with a spiel. Hey, my seller requires my seller wants to know who's coming in the house. We're going to need you to sign in. I'll let you use that at your discretion. I'm not a huge stickler on it. Now, I've had a couple high-end listings where am I doing that by myself? No, I'm going to bring in my lender so there's at least a few of us roaming the house at all times. So be smart, be cautious with yourself, follow your gut. Follow your gut, download ForeWarn, Forewarn. It's an app on your phone. You can enter anybody's name and it will pull everything up about them. If you have a feeling in your gut, follow it or call somebody to go with you. Rural properties and stuff. I know I'm getting sidetracked now, but follow your gut. It's not every client is for you, and you are not for every client. I've said no twice this last month to clients because I could just tell right away. Their expectations are unrealistic, while mine are realistic when it comes to the market.
A good course on the ForeWarn, and it was worth taking the course on it. But it is amazing, and they do give you a like when you put in somebody's name or their address, it will yellow flag them, and it'll tell you why. I mean, it's amazing what it can tell you, like the information. It's a lot. I was shocked, to be perfectly honest. But you're right. Yeah, after I watched went through the course, I was like, yeah, that's worth having.
It is.
that
I mean,
spelled a
it's
certain way? Because I get a game. Is that spelled a certain way? Because I'm getting a game when I put forewarned on it.
let me
Survivor game?
let me show you here. So it looks like this.
Oh, okay. Or warn. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's quite remarkable. I almost met a guy a while back. He had 93 infractions. 93. So you know what I did? I called the biggest man I know and I said, call him. And you know what? That guy never called this gentleman back. He never called my mail agent back. So when in doubt, buddy up, take somebody with you. Take somebody from the office, take your lender, take somebody, or just tell someone where you are. Okay. So let's see, your goal from session 11, it was to convert leads into appointments. And, we just talked about how not every contact is a lead, but how a contact is still a contact and you should still be nurturing them on a different base than you would an A buyer. If you had to guess how many times you've agreed to be in someone's database when you were not ready to make a purchase. So how many times have you signed yourself up for a database and you're like, why did I do that? Free jeans, free this, free that. How many times have you maybe held on to it because you're kind of liking what they're sending you now? I'm a sucker for that. I go to the Lane County Fair. I got like 27 new friends by the end of it. But even if they're like, no, just you may still find something relevant. So listening to them. Hey, no, I'm not interested in buying. I have a 96-year-old grandma I'm caring for. To me, you're going to be interested in selling or buying or moving grandma in the next few years. So just coming from a power of purpose. If I have folks that, I run into people, hey, you got kids? No, I'm not interested in buying. Hey, do you know that I do a bubble event every year at Alt Maker Park? Every year. It's invited for the whole community. This year we're doubling down because Nick Nelson wants to play. So we're gonna have a snow cone truck. And they're like, can I just drop my card to you? So you make sure that you know when we're having our community events. Who's gonna say no to that? Who's gonna say no to that? You don't have to do events. Psst, your office does events. Guess who has to do the Easter egg hunt party here in, a month? That is for your clients to come to. That is an open wide thing. And you know what? It's free to you. You don't have to pay a single thing. We hide eggs. We do it all. Come on back, Ellie. So, I'm not saying you need to go do paid events, but just Ellie, your emoji is like an Easter bunny. I can't take you seriously, but I love it. Please don't lose that filter. That's fantastic. That's perfect. We were just talking about Easter. Ellie just signed herself up to be our Market Center Easter bunny with that. But again, so, they may push you back, Figure out another way that you can be a benefit to them. My kid plays soccer. Awesome. We do Capri Suns for one of our soccer teams. Oh, you don't? Well, you do now. Go to Costco. Get a thing of Capri Suns. Get a thing of granola bars and, take it to the soccer team. So I got to take a picture of this to send to Mara. This is hilarious. Every time I teach a class, somebody on the filter just goes for it, and I love it. Okay, let's see. We went through that.
We can't see what you find amusing.
Can you not see everyone's participants? So there's a young lady in here named Ellie Conister. Does everyone see that? And she has like a bunny filter. Okay.
Yeah, scroll down.
I'm
Thank you.
dying 'cause
I was
like, I hope you all see this. Either that or I need a new computer. Oh man, that's amazing.
I made that to just entertain my granddaughter, and I forgot that it was on.
Please leave it on. You don't need to take that off, girl. You got my
on today.
That's fantastic. Here's something that always kind of blows my mind. Again, this is coming from somebody that does a lot of referral-based business. So if you had to guess roughly, do you think the number is higher than 50% or lower than 50% when it comes to clients talking to just one agent before they pick? Do you think it's more than 50%? You think more people talk to more than one agent or less than one agent?
I would
more
say
than
it's
one
less.
agent.
Here's a stat that continues to blow my mind. Last year, 75% of all buyers and sellers spoke with one agent to represent them. Just one. Just one. Only 15% of them considered two agents. So I want you to really, really let that set in, because that can be an intimidation factor. Like, I can't tell you how many times I jump on, the Facebook and there's 12 other people and she's like, I'm going to hold multiple interviews. I am in her inbox. I tracked her cell phone number down. I dropped my presentations well before she can make the first call. Because if I could be the first call, I would guarantee I'll get all I know I will not be, she won't have to call 11 other people. So, even if the seller is telling you, hey, just to let you know, I am interviewing other agents, fantastic. I applaud them. I'm like, as you should. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and maybe I'm not the right agent for you, but I'm here to tell you why you should at least consider what I have to offer here. And so keep that in mind. If you were the first agent in line, you were in a really good spot. You were in a 75% to 25% bracket. Those are really, really good odds. First impressions are everything. I can't tell you how many of my business partners, and it drives me nuts when I go to their Facebook, I don't know where they cover. It doesn't say it. It doesn't say it. There's no city in their Facebook profile. It says Keller Williams Realty. Great. Where are you? So are you easy to identify who you are and where you are on social media? If I typed in Shelly Herman, would you pop up at Keller Williams blah, blah, blah brokerage? Would your cell number pop up? What would pop up? Google yourself. Oh, Loney wants to come back in. Okay, come on back, Loney. Google yourself. If you don't know who you are within 10 seconds, gone. They'll move on to the next. They'll move on. So make sure people, can identify who you are right off the bat. If you don't have a Facebook, go make one. And if you don't have a LinkedIn, go make one. The big thing right now, and I'm not on it yet, is YouTube. I can't tell you how many people are going to YouTube right now. There's another generation coming in right now. And they're not my generation that was introduced to computers. I'm an Instagrammer, I'm a Facebooker. I would still rock MySpace if we could. But there's a different generation. TikTok. My gal's learning how to do TikTok right now. And Snapchat. You know who's on Snapchat right now? 30-year-olds. A lot of 30-year-olds. You know who your huge first-time pool buyer is right now? 30-year-olds. This is all free stuff that you can be doing. All free stuff. So don't get suckered into putting your name on a billboard. Please don't put it on a shopping cart because you get mustaches, things like that. Go spend your money on relationships. Go to Costco. I just bought they're out in my kitchen. The nicest set of cards from Costco. They like pop up beautiful. 50 cents a card from Costco. I just dropped 6 boxes off to my assistant and I said, that's your task for March. You need to get the title people down and the lenders that we've used and you get them all lined up for the year. Stamps and everything ready to go. In April, you'll drop that many. May, you'll drop that many. So there's very cheap, inefficient ways to do it. We just had Valentine's Day, and I have so many chocolates and mints and this and that from title companies, and I may not use them, but they're in my mind. They're in the forefront of my mind. So be present.
Did you order those cards and then pick them up, or how did you get those cards?
Just go to Costco. Here, hang tight real quick. I'll show
Have
you.
them?
Hold, please. Look at these gorgeous cards. So these cards for $17, and I think 48 cents, you get 40 cards. You cannot go to Dollar Tree right now and buy cards that are this cheap, that look this nice. You just bought a house. Yay, it's got sparkles, it's got everything. Have a great birthday. So for 50 cents on the dollar, you can go get an assortment of cards. Start there. Start right there. Attorneys are good ones. I still don't have an attorney after 8 years. I do, but he's just find yourself an attorney. I wish I would have found one a lot sooner than where I'm at now. Let's see. Your clients never stop being contacts. We talked about that. So again, you will have clients that, like Mara said, you'll hear like 10 years down the line. You're like, who is this? Notes are important. But you had a conversation with me at a bowling alley back in June. I think it was summer of 20, blah, blah, blah. You're like, whoa. The more you're in front of them, the more they're going to remember you. And again, don't be shy. Play with tags. Not everyone needs the first-time homebuyer guide that you're sending out every April. Be specific. You don't need to make an email for everybody, but you should be able to categorize at least 3. Agents, current clients, and maybe just past clients, if you had to pick 3 to start with. I've chatted a lot. Any ahas so far other than Ellie?
This is really great information. Is all I have to say. I'm taking notes. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Something to create a relation. Get yourself a lender. There's nothing more hungry than a lender, especially in a market where rates are a little higher. So lenders always want to be your friends. You may not have, like one of my best lenders, Jen S. Howery, or Jen S. Grantham now, her number one number one agent is Katie Conley. And I know that. But we're all such good friends. And Janessa and I still have done deals together because there's been instances where Katie didn't work in that situation. You will always offer something that the next person doesn't. I promise you. I promise you. So, finding that or whatever that is, something on my roster this next 2 years is to learn Spanish. My father is Hispanic. I have a Spanish name. My name is not Tanya Lindbo. I don't know why it's showing Tanya. My name is Felicia Mondragon. In the Hispanic world, it's Felicia Mondragon. So when I get calls and I have to turn them to Adrian Gonzalez or Alfredo Lopez because I don't speak Spanish, all I hear is dollar signs and opportunities and relationships going out the door. So that is something that, you know, I've talked about in the long game, I will have to have another Spanish speaker on our team at some point to handle the real stuff. So find what makes you you. What makes you you? That's
I
another
agree
piece
with
of it.
you.
What's that?
I agree with you on learning the Spanish. I'm with you. I used to
Yeah,
speak almost
there's
all
not
day.
enough people here. There's just
No,
simply
there's
enough.
not.
Like Adrian Gonzalez, if you ever see Adrian, ask how many non-Spanish speakers he closed last year. 0. He is the man. Alfredo Lopez is too. One of my gals, she's out of Norfolk, Virginia. She speaks 16 languages. So when people are asking for a bilingual agent in Norfolk, Virginia, who do you think gets tagged? I'm not saying you need to learn 16 languages, but you know, learn something that that resonates with you. Each one of you probably came from another job, or maybe came back to the workforce, or maybe this is your first workforce experience. Share that. Share it. I came from the wine industry. So I started targeting, you know, when I was dealing with high-end clients, I knew how to talk high-end wine. I didn't really know anything about high-end luxury, but I formed, you know, enough of a relationship where you just learn. You're constantly learning. You like cats, run with cats. Something we implemented this year. Every time we send out our buyer presentation or when you sign our agreements, there's a box. Would you like a $250 check go towards the adoption of a cat or a dog at the end of this deal? They may not like either, but they're going to check one. Great. Just to let you know, Garrett, we will make sure that this is in honor of Garrett Henderson through Tracktown Real Estate. And they're like, you know, you're showing recognition to them. Not saying you need to do that. Start with $50. Go down to Green Hill. Start playing with cats and dogs over the weekend. Hi, who are you? I'm Sherry Rebico. I'm from KW. Oh, cool. You spend your Saturdays down here, or you know, maybe you're at the park. Who knows what that looks like? If you have some time, there's always community events to be done. Promise you. Let's see. Okay, 6 connection questions. So again, this is if you're confused on what to write about them, go off of these 6 questions. Who are they? What do they want? Or what do they need to do? How can you help them? Where do they want it? Why do they want it? When do they want it? Meaning, is it now? Are they moving this summer? Or is their daughter going to be graduating in 3 years and then in 2027, I'll be ready to buy a place in Corvallis for her to go to school to? Great. So it's the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, why. And how do they plan to do it? Oh, that's a big one. If you don't, you know, financing can sometimes be a touchy thing. That's a great. You don't want to use the F word. You don't want to use financing. Fine. How do you plan to purchase this home? Oh, okay, perfect, great. I have a wonderful lender. His name is blah blah blah. Can I connect you to? That's something I changed that verbiage. I no longer say here is my lender's number. It's can I connect you to through a text, through an email, through a call. Want to Zoom? Because again, it's just one step of engaging. If you ask me to do something and it does not go on my calendar, and the moment I walk out this door, I'm going to pet my dog and forget about it. So the moment I hang up with someone, I'm like, for sure, I will get that credit card application in. Fugazi, gone, 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 gone. So, you know, always be in front of that. No, I don't want to tech. Hey, let me just make a quick introduction. Andrew's awesome. I know he's working right now because he's crazy like me. He never stops working. Oh, okay. Fantastic. Who wouldn't want it? Who wouldn't want an introduction? Let's see. 36 touch plans. Let's talk about that. I want to hear some of how you are staying in touch or how you plan to stay in touch. Other than, you know, talk to me. I want to hear some of your ideas. What have you been learning so far about how to stay in touch with people?
I am gonna do Popeyes.
What do those look like? Popeyes for who? A client?
Well, I don't have any clients. I have
Yet.
yet, right? I have potentials.
That's a lie, actually. I talked to you last week and you were working with a client.
Oh, well, yes, they did circle back around.
Maybe a contact, but it's a client.
Right, right. So, you know, just the ones that have spoken to me about real estate, about maybe wanting to do things like that. So it's not a long list. It's just a couple people. But also,
Fantastic.
I'm a part of this Pop by Realtors group on Facebook, and they have a lot of great ideas. So I thought about doing like popping by businesses with like there was they took it to vet. They just had like some dog treats with some bags and their business card stapled to it, and they just left them like a basket of it. So stuff like that, my neighborhood, you know.
Sure.
And yeah, I thought I lost my train of thought.
No, that's
I, I do try to send out texts like, hey, how you doing? Just checking in, thought about you, stuff like that. Yeah, that's all I have right now.
That's great. Pop buys are a great way to do it. They're inexpensive. It puts you in front of somebody. And when I get pop buys, I'm like, that person thought about me today. That Sean Mitchell from Fidelity, that man has been with me since day one. I use Cascade and he knows it. I use Fidelity sometimes, but Sean Mitchell is at my desk every single week with a business card. And it shows he cares. I'm like, he doesn't just care about my business. He's coming by to chit chat and come by to say hello. So pop buys are a great way. I'm going to have to check out that Facebook group. Thank you for the recommendation there. What else? You got pop buys, checking in on texts. Has anyone, you guys get a lot of Facebook friend requests?
I haven't figured Facebook completely out. It's been a struggle.
Drop by my office sometime or reach out to me. We'll set a one-on-one. I'll show you the very basic of a Facebook. The very basic, all you need to know.
I'd like to get a piece of that too. Because
You have to come as a different animal, but you can come next time.
Where are you?
I'm in Eugene.
Okay, I'd have to drive up there, but that's fine. I would
Well,
do.
or we can gladly do
A
Zoom
Zoom.
as well, and I'll figure out how to screen share again.
Okay, no, that would be amazing. I've always called Facebook Spacebook because it's like just not my thing. So
It's okay. I'll implore this. Call it the Book of Faces.
okay,
Spin it.
change it.
Your Book
Yeah,
of Faces.
got it.
It's your Book of Faces. Those are free people, you guys. Those are free people. Every time I get a friend request, I drop out, or here's something I'll show you. I drop in my business card. And they may read it, open it, trash it. I don't care, but they know who I am. Hey, thanks for the friend request. Blah, blah, blah. My name's Felicia. Everyone should be able to make very easy things. ChatGPT, I have 2 business cards. Let me just show you these guys. These are for social media presence, and they're also for sharing with the average Joe Schmo. I have a little bit larger of a radius sometimes than some realtors. I go up and down the coast because I've not found a good coastal agent. I go about as far as Salem and as about as south as Roseburg. So if I'm competing for an offer in Eugene or I need to share my card, bada bing, bada boom, there it is. Ask ChatGPT to make one for you. Here's my other one. This is just as important. This took me a long time to figure out. Counties served. Because people may know Eugene, Oregon, people may not, but this has been pretty dang helpful because it identifies the counties I serve. So, easy peasy. Have that done.
Most people that because I'll like just look at other people's Facebook, the realtors, just to see what they're putting on there, because I'm going to be honest, I'm like, what do you put on there? But they don't do a thing where you friend them. They do a follow. So theirs is that you're following them. And so if when I get to that point of doing one where I feel confident that I can put enough stuff on it, because that's just it. They're putting their home listings and different things like that, but they also have it as a follow page, not a friend request.
Yep. Yeah. Some are pages. There's I don't really know the difference or why you wouldn't want to be identified as profile, but follow pages, give them a quick follow too. If they have a message button, feel free to reach out. If not, post on their wall. Hey, thanks for the follow. Now you're on a wall. But yeah, just any way you can reach them. And sometimes they may not. Sometimes there's pages that don't allow, or you'll get this friend request. Like I got one the other day from a gal I met in Atlanta, and she's super popular because she has over 5,000 friends on Facebook. That's the limit of friends you can have on Facebook. So when I go to accept it, it says decline. I'm like, okay, popular Patty. I made a joke about it. I spun it. But yeah, just let them know you get a business that follows you. Hey, you guys are mechanic? Where are you guys located at? Do you do tinted windows? Who cares if they don't? Get them engaging. Get them talking to you. Drop a review for them. Hey, You don't necessarily say you had to use their service, but talk to this guy, same great customer service, whatever that looks like. Facebook's important because you're going to start getting a lot more requests. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And remember, a lot of it is realtors looking at your Facebook. So they need to know who you are. It's if I can't figure you out in 10 seconds, I'm on to the next. I'm on to the next recommendation. Because if I can't figure you out, you must not, be that prevalent in the market, or, just not simply paying attention.
Do you worry about getting hacked? Because I've just kind of worried about that a little bit.
I do. We change our passwords every month as a team
Oh,
across every
okay.
single platform. My Gmail, my Instagram, my Facebook, my LinkedIn. I don't know. She's got it all lined up. But every single month I change it. Every single month. And I do recommend not doing the same password across all platforms, because if you get locked out of your Instagram, at least you still have your Facebook. Or if you get hacked out of your Facebook, at least you still have your Instagram. If it looks like a fish and it smells like a fish, it's fishy. Don't open it. Don't open it. Same with KW emails. Those have really gotten bad over the years. Of, like ours look like a market center. And they're like, click here. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. Um, if it smells like a scam, it's going to be a scam. But yes, you should absolutely be changing your passwords and choosing outrageous ones. Like, I love red walls or something just egregiously that no one can ever figure out. Because I lose sleep over it, my love. If I ever lost my Facebook, my business would go. That's where most of my business comes from, is Facebook.
I use other countries' names.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Think
There you
about
go.
it, cities. And I will like when they says you have to alphabetize something, I always do it at the end of the letter, not the
And there
beginning,
you
because
go.
everybody does beginning.
Yeah, see, that's a good one.
So
I
yeah.
won't take your name and try that later. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, we've kind of talked, about systems. Again, if you don't know where to start, just start with 10. Do handwritten cards. Get a birthday down. Title companies. It's very easy to find someone's birthday. 9 out of 10 people are on Facebook. Maybe 8. But they're somewhere. They have somewhere. If they're not on Facebook, they're on LinkedIn. Pull up their LinkedIn. Follow them on LinkedIn. I don't want to say starting. I'm starting to really focus in on LinkedIn. I got Facebook down, I got Instagram down, but LinkedIn's just as important. We are independent business owners, but there'll always be people looking at you. So don't be afraid to just share stuff. You don't have something to share? Cool. Go to your local lender and share his update. One, it shows that you went to their page and did that. But yeah, do social media engagement. If you don't have somebody that does it for you, or you just don't like doing it every day, I hear you. I get you. There are scheduled posts. So you can take your whole entire Monday, or however long it takes you, 2 hours on a Monday, and make all your posts for the week. Every single one. Every single one. Then you schedule them. Drop them at the same time. I will say consistency matters at the same time. Peak times people look, believe it or not, are about 11 to 3. Try to get a little post in there because they're scrolling. They're already thinking about lunch and they're scrolling. Then they come back from lunch and they're already checked out, so they're doing more scrolling. So staying consistent. Consistency is key. You cannot post once every week. You cannot post once every 2 weeks. You can't post once a month and expect to be seen anywhere. The more you engage, helps too. So I engage religiously with about 30 of my closest referral partners because I want to make sure I see all their stuff at all times. So I can like it, so I can share it, so I can engage in it. Whatever you're engaging with will come back. I was talking about Coca-Cola polar bears with my mom the other day. The very next day on Instagram, those little polar bears were there. So whatever you're manifesting and putting out there is what you're going to get back on there. So getting that down. I mean, there's 10 posts a week right there. For those of you that are, yeah, well, let me back up. Instagram shares to Facebook. Let me repeat that. Instagram shares to Facebook. So if you have, I don't know, I'm holding my sticker, Shelly Herman, real estate agent, you go on Instagram and you create a little posty post and you go to share it. My assistant's so cute. Mantra Monday. Here we are. You go to share it, push this little arrow button, and I can share it to my Facebook. Just like that. So if at the very least, get your Facebook going, link it to your Instagram. If you don't know how to do it, someone in your market center does, or come see me, or schedule a time and we can do this. At the very least, share to Instagram and make sure the settings set to automatically post to Facebook. And it just pulls. You only have to post once. And Instagram's a heck of a lot easier to post to, in my opinion, than Facebook. Instagram, you can add music, you can add sound, you can add text, you can add all of this. So Instagram and Facebook. Free. All free posts to stay in front of everybody. You know how often I open my mailbox when my, God bless him, when my postmaster knocks on my door and he's like, please come empty your mailbox. That's how often I check my mail. This, every single moment of every single day, as long as my eyes are open, I will check this phone. So, be methodical too. Don't take this and go send 52 cards a year and expect that to something I always ask that's on my questionnaire is, how do you like to be communicated with? Some people have an email address and they haven't opened it in 7 years. Some people don't text and you're going to have to get on a call. That's okay. That's okay. I have a client right now. She doesn't even want to call. I go see her in the nursing home every single time I need something signed. Every single time. And it's turned into orange milkshake hour. We go and visit. So finding out their preferences is going to be big too. And making sure you're listening to that. What are your hours? I had a graveyard cop a while back. I was like, Matt, you're literally killing me, because he'd call me at 3:30 in the morning because that was his lunch hour. And so expectations, I'm not saying I had to set the expectation. I was like, listen, while you're out catching cops and robbers, I am sleeping. So, I can start at 5 a.m. or 6:30, just as long as you're setting expectations. If you only have a client that can only talk that one time, once a week, you're going to have to set your alarm for their schedule. We work for them, but don't let them stomp all over you. It's okay to say no too. So we have that down. Go to command, do your emails next. Set up your emails. They're like pre-printed now. They have like spring newsletters. They have, what is your home worth newsletters? Create your own. Hey, just wanted you to know that this house around the corner from you sold for this much after this many days on the market. Are you just at all curious what your home's worth? Let me drop a quick CMA. Yeah, absolutely. So electronically, you can do that. Pop buys are always good. Pop buys are a great thing. Great thing to do. Get your clients invited to Easter in Eugene. I'm not sure if other market centers are doing it. You'll want to talk to your market centers, but Eugene is hosting one and it's free. You should be calling every single kid that or parents with kids that have clients and inviting them to your Easter party. Don't even say it's Keller Williams. I say it's mine, and then you all happen to be there. So it's about the client. We're all here doing the same thing here. So free events are a big one. Let's see. You guys kind of know about lead gen there. Mindset's a big one. I'm a big, firm believer in affirmations, and it took me a long time to get there. I have taken bold more times than I can count. When I almost left real estate 3 years ago, I went to family reunion, and that was my make or break. I went in with such a sour mentality. I'd gone 4 months without a deal. 4 months. You know whose problem that was? Mine. At the end of the day, it's our problem. But your mindset is a very powerful thing. I went the entire family reunion and I was going to quit up until the very last panel. Very last panel was now my coach, who has been coaching me ever since, and it was the most profound thing. It's like I think there were about 3,000 agents in that room that day. I was the only agent in that room. I was convinced she only talked to me. Everyone else blurred out. So it all came down to a mindset game. This job is hard, you guys. It's hard. It's going to test you in ways you didn't even think you could be tested. It's going to blow your mind too. It's going to blow your mind, the generosity of people within the community of real estate, and all, and there's good and bad agents out there. Same with clients. So our job is just to navigate it as smooth as possible. Have your respect for yourself too. There are some agents out there that like to, I've been at this many years, and great, fantastic. Back to our deal. So just, redirect it back here. But with anyone that you talk to, you should engage every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in a relationship with me. Even if you have to hit the mute button sometimes on your phone before you talk, take a moment. Take a moment. But you always want to end, even those tough conversations that we're going to have. Hey, I know that was a really tough conversation. After we hang up, if there's any feelings left lingering on the table, give me a call, okay? We don't want anything bottling up. I know we just maybe lost a deal, or we just came in $20,000 under appraisal, or whatever that looks like. Just trying to spin it back to be in a human place. Now, you will have IDs that are like, click, okay, cool. Bob's pissed. Give him a day, give him 2 days, shoot him a text later. Hey, Bob, I'm shutting in for the night. I know today was a rough one. Let's regroup tomorrow. Okay, great. The moment you get upset and start showing panic, it amplifies. So the mute button on my phone has been one of my more favorite features that I've seen in the last year. Again, it's just a button that you mute while the phone call's still there, because sometimes you may want to gather your thoughts for a second. As you guys start off, this is pretty profound to me. When I was at family reunion, they said, because I'm looking into eventually over the next few years developing a team, and sometimes and I was right there for many years, but sometimes it's hard to make these connections out of fear that they'll say yes, because then it's, well, now what? Oh my God, they want me to list a $1.2 million house. I had an agent in our office a while back, Amanda Switzer, love her, the salt of the earth human being. She's just an angel on earth. She got a call for $1 million listing, and that's exactly what happened. She was, scouting, and they're like, yeah, we'd love for you to come over tomorrow. She was like, I've never taken a listing over 500,000. So she called me. She's like, will you sit in? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Went in, sat with her. I was her co-agent the whole time. I chimed in when I needed to, but she knew what she was doing. And we left there. I go, well, did I even really need to be there? She was like, no. So you can do it. If not, call me. Call somebody in your office. We are all on the same team. Yes, we all want to there's plenty of market share for all of us. And anyone that tells you otherwise is a horrible agent, and you don't want to do business with them. But that's the good thing about KW. We're very much a God family business. I always say religion family business, faith family business, whatever you believe in. But you can do this. So when you do get a yes, off screen, and then get back to business. Thank you for the opportunity. I know I will be able to, but you don't need to overdwell. You've already been chosen. Celebrate. Great. Thank you for the opportunity. I'll follow up with you. And then hang up and rejoice and celebrate. There's a reason you all have a license. There's a reason you're all here. Even Ellie is in the garden right now. I'm trying not to just focus on that one side of the screen. Okay. Let's see.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah.
Not to talk about the bunny. I'm sorry for distracting.
No, you're okay. What you got, Ellie?
So I know Khadijah, she keeps talking about Popeyes, and she mentioned, or maybe it was you mentioned I think it was her. She talked about dropping some dog bones off at vets. So do you have other ideas for Popeyes? Because I'm a brand new agent and new to Oregon, so I don't have a sphere of influence. So I do like that idea of drop-bys or pop-bys.
Absolutely. There's quite a few you can do. If you're just getting started, call your lender. Say, hey, I'm doing an open house this weekend. I was wondering if you wanted to go in on some goodie bags. Okay, great. What do you want to offer? Because you're giving them the chance to put things in front of you. So try to get as many people as you can to pay for things. I have a home insurance guy, went to high school with him, lost touch with him for 15 years. He came back in the industry. I was like, oh my God. He supports every single event. He gives me like $100. He's like, hey, go buy this or go buy this. Or, I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to drop your sticker in. We have granola bars, hand sanitizer for my open house. I need $100. Great. Fantastic. You know what Brent doesn't like to do? Any of that. So I just make it easy on him. So, try to go out. One, it helps you form those relationships. Easter eggs, Dollar Tree right now. Costco, what was it Costco had? Because I think we're going to do this for ours. Like 50 or 100 pre-filled Easter eggs for like 30 cents an egg. Maybe it was 20 cents an egg. It was just outstanding because they had filled with stuff. Make it cheap. You don't need to go out and buy really nice things. This is a goofy time of year. I love Halloween. I get real goofy from the Dollar Tree. All of my stuff comes from the Dollar Tree, unless it's like, this isn't mine, but unless it's like a water bottle. Goofy stuff. Sean from Fidelity, he printed a piece of paper and it had his logo on it. And he took a box of, think of this as a box of Junior Mints, and so his logo was here. And he wrapped it around and taped it. And that's how he gave it to me. It was folded nicely, but it cost him like 30 cents to do that. And it was a simple pop by. So less is more. Depending on how many pot buys you're doing, you can go pick flowers. Go pick some wild flowers. Put a little ribbon around them. Sweet little card. Hey, just thinking about you. You don't need to spend a lot of money, especially on pot buys. Pot buys are not meant to be expensive. Truly, I cannot stress that. Yes.
I just want to chime in, Ellie. I found this Facebook page. It's called Real Estate Pop Buys, like Pop Buys for Realtors is what it's called. And it comes across my feed and it's got phenomenal ideas. And so I pay attention. And I just want to say that the dollar store, you can order like a case of things online that will be shipped to your store and you can pick it up from there too. Just FYI.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Amazon's a really good place too. At Halloween, I go buy, I mean, there's like a bag of 400 things for $20, and they're just goofy things. And then they put them in little cellophane bags from the Dollar Tree. So yeah, so start small. If your brokerage is doing something like again, Easter, I've already invited my lenders. I'm like, hey, bring your families. Tell your clients, tell this. I'm the overorder of the group. I can't believe they're letting me do our holidays at my particular brokerage because I know for a fact there'll be at least 30% left over. So, just again, take what you can, bring in people, bring in home warranty people. Even more thirsty than a lender, a home warranty person. We have one here in Eugene, Tracy Hewitt. I don't care if Peter Pan came down with a home warranty, I would still use Tracy. You know why? Because Tracy is at every single Keller Williams event, down to our awards banquet, down to our classes. I'm surprised she's not on the Zoom today. Maybe she is. You might be hiding, Tracy. But Tracy is one of the biggest proponents of Keller Williams because she just simply shows up. She shows up. She comes to our awards banquet. She buys us taco for her. She's just a wonderful human being. So, you yourself, Ellie, are a pop by. The lost art of just saying hello. The lost art. And I do believe we are going to only see it decrease with the coming of age. Now, this is something I have found a little fascinating, and I heard a couple people talk about it, the revolutionary of AI. Yes, a lot of people are excited, but a lot of people are trying to revert back right now. No, 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 no. Let's go. Like my team is very against AI. We're going to use it for systems. We're not using it for touches. And we're using it for systematic touches when we can, but I have stressed to them it's not going to replace the humanitarian side of things. I would never allow that to happen. But I do find people are very freaked out about it. And so the simple concept of a handwritten card, a phone call, a text from your number, that's something I have trouble with. We have a third-party texter and it's not from my number. And so I'm looking into how to make it look like from my number. Because I told her, I was like, if that was me, I would report that as spam right away. It could say a free Porsche and I'm going to report it as spam. So, yeah, touch buys can do anything. We have a bunch of people in our office do like the apple pie, pumpkin pie thing. I've never done that because I don't have the patience for it. I do not want to hand out 300 pumpkin pies the week before Thanksgiving. That sounds atrocious to me. One of the best agents in our office, Stephanie Coates, went to high school with her. She started at 18. That is what she's known for. Her little gig, we'll throw in a can of whipped cream if you whip me up a referral. Get out of here. So for $2, she's getting dropped in referrals and whipped cream, left and right. But just start looking at community events. There's a lot of them out there, you guys. A lot of them. And a lot of them are free. We live in a great school. One of our school systems out here, it's called Bethel. It's not an underprivileged part of town, but it's not the ritzy part of town. And this community does more for their school system than I've ever seen. And so last year when I did a bubble party, I did it for basically very cheap. I rented bubbles and served hot dogs and Capri Suns and cookies in a park. I rented a gazebo from the city of Eugene for $300. Guess what? My lender wants to play this year. Guess what he's going to pay? $300. Done. So get other people to pay for it because you're the face. The lender's not out there doing what we're doing. They're not at the open house. You are the face of the entire team. You are the face of escrow. You are the face of lenders. You are the face of home warranty. So make these people pay. Make it a privilege to be. I'm about to launch a big home book that'll be part of every buy or sale. Beautiful hardbound. I'm thinking like, I don't have any examples in here, but a nice hardbound. I want it to be a coffee table. I don't want it to be an under the coffee table magazine. This book's going to cost Probably about $40 to $50 a book. You know who's in it? All of my vendors. You know who paid for the book? All of my vendors. Because they are just ecstatic that I will be putting on somebody's table the only mechanic I would recommend in Eugene, Oregon, the only financial advisor, the only printing supply, whatever that is. So keep that in mind. You are number one. Everyone else is just part of your team. So no, make sure you know your worth there. I ran through things a lot of fast. I probably went off course, but I wanted to share my more systems and tools because there's a lot of free ways that you guys can do this. I'm sure your brokerages probably have Keller Williams cards. We have folders. I know Sherry and Khadija know what I'm talking about, but they're like branded folders and they're people I've never even seen before. There's like a power washer in it, but I put all of my stuff in it and I give it to them. It's free. It's not even my folder. I'm not even paying for it. Go do that. Stickers. I'm a big proponent of stickers. They're so cheap. So I do stickers and I brand them for the year. So they've almost become like a collection now. When I send out Christmas cards, hey, what's the 2026 look like? Hey, you can get like 2,000 stickers for $40 off Vistaprint or wherever. Drop something in there. Doesn't have to be nice. You can mail these all day long. Stickers are fun. I see more people stick stickers everywhere. You ever see a realtor's laptop? It's got a sticker on it. Guaranteed. I always think of Matt Kendall. Matt Kendall's an agent in our office. I mean, this man's truck is branded. You know Matt Kendall from a football field away. So, but you're all very people person. Y'all wouldn't be here otherwise. You're all going to do just fine. I'm glad to see you guys show up. These classes are important. It gives you the chance to talk to people like myself and other agents and share these things amongst all of us. I mean, I learned something new about a Facebook group. I thought I knew every Facebook group. I did not. There's a pop by Facebook group. So role playing's always big too. Let's see. I'm afraid to hit any buttons to lose you, but I will drop my phone number in this chat box. You are welcome to reach out to me anytime.
Can I tell you what I want to brand?
What do you want, Brad?
I've been talking to people about branding dogs poop bags.
There you go. That's fantastic. You should. And then I implore you to take that one step further. There are so many races around town, marathons, dog for runs. I partner with one. It's called Gals with Mals. It's like gals with Anna Mals. I have stickers for it, and I do branded bandanas. So when you make that, be purposeful with it. Call your local shelters. Hey, I'm going to drop by a bag of dog food, and I have some branded dog bags. Can I just drop them out front? Absolutely.
Well, and I signed up to do a petting. So they have these dogs that they train for injured people. And I'm going to go there and volunteer with them. But then they hooked me up with somebody else that does a big function with dogs. And she says she has 8,000 people that show up with dogs. I'm like, oh.
Wow. So I implore you to go make a dog sticker with your name on it. I'm serious.
I told my husband this and he thought I was nuts. And then it just has been growing since I started this.
And that's amazing. You'll become that person. I guarantee it.
I told him I'll be laughing to the bank.
Yeah. And who knows, maybe, that'll be part of your About Me section when you do your presentations. That's really neat. Again, find a niche, find a few niches. Be community servants, be community leaders. That is the best thing I can tell you. You want to do well in this business, make an impact in your community. I'm a big believer of what goes around comes around. I just hosted an event for St. Vincent de Paul of Lane County. His name's Terry McDonald. He runs St. Vincent up down the coast. He's the whole reason mattress recycling exists in Oregon. He's the whole reason electronics recycling exists in Oregon. One of my friends, they're private money lenders down on 12th and Oak. They converted a basement into a speakeasy and have let 20 members in. I pay a fee every year, but I get to host 5 events. I just gave one of my event spaces to that. Saturday, I just met 40 very impactful people of our community. Will they ever buy a house? I have no idea, but they are the people in our community making a difference. And now they know me for that reason too. I did not mention real estate one time. They just saw me in a room with like-minded people. So the more you give back to your community, host a dog walking day in the park. Go to your local Facebook. hey, my name's Sherry. I'll be down at Alton Baker Park from 12 to 3. I'm going to have granola bars and my dog Fido. Anyone that wants to. There's this girl in our office, Sierra. She's got Eugene Girl Walk Club. She's not even a realtor. She started and she's like, this isn't for me. But she has formed Eugene Girl Walk Club. It's once a month on Saturday, and she gets a plethora of people to show up on this. She's getting ready to move to South Carolina. I'm like, can I have this? Because my business is Tracktown Real Estate. I'm like, can I have this? She's like, absolutely.
Oh
So it
man.
can start as something as free. Pop by, Ellie. Pop by the park with your dog. I'll be down there from 3 to 5. I have Gatorades, vitamin water, whatever that looks like. Summer's coming. Parents
Yeah.
can't find anything more beneficial than to do something. Go get some bubbles. Go get $50 worth of bubbles in a bubble machine and a Bluetooth speaker and go to your local park this summer and make it about. I don't even have kids. I bring in my nephews. They're down the street. I call my sister-in-law. I was like, I need two. I need two from 3 to 6. I have a kid event and I need to look like a mom. She's like, take the kids. So, just come from contribution. I truly, if you do that, you will be more than well compensated in this industry because that's a lost art, especially with the direction that we're heading. I think we have a good 30 years left before we are completely replaced because the more these new generations come on, the more this comes into play. I have new time home buyers right now. I was like, Jack, you have to pick up the phone. This is a very serious question that I don't feel comfortable texting. Jack's 19. So, you gotta stay in touch with people, but it's gonna be a long game here. It's a long game. So the more you treat it like a long game and you come from humbleness and humility and you're yourself. Okay?
You've been awesome. Thank you so
You've been
much.
awesome. Do you guys have any questions? I'll just kind of open it up. I technically have until 3, so until everyone leaves, I will not leave. We don't even have to talk about this if anyone just has any questions. If you can hear my dog snoring, I am so sorry.
Is it a
She acts
bulldog?
like she's put in 40 this week already, and she hasn't.
Oh, there she is. Cute.
That's Sadie. That's our team mascot. Sadie. Yeah, no, she's out. She's out for good. I'll just I'll throw a question out there, and again, if you don't answer it, that's fine. If you just jump off the call, that's fine too. But what are your biggest struggles right now? Finding people? Is it finding people?
I think for me, it's just kind of learning everything. Like, right now I have a listing, so it's like I guess it's kind of hard, kind of learning what exactly I'm looking for, and then what I have to do exactly. But Mara's lead is guiding me pretty awesome. So just kind of holding her hand on it.
Yeah. I still hold my principal broker's hand after 8 years, every day. Every day. There's always going to be something new. You will never master this industry. Ever. And anyone that says they have, they've hit a ceiling. I guess. I powwow still once a week with 2 top agents in my office. Every Monday I kick down their doors. We're kind of I got put in the frat house corner of the office because the 2 gentlemen in my hall are very loud. But we sit there and we mastermind, I mean, once a week. Going to the office is a great way to do it. Now, I will say that with a layer of salt because Eugene brokerage, there's not many of us that are full time in the office. Like today, I'm teaching from home. Mondays are very long days for me because I start coaching and then I go to another coaching. Then I happen to have this today, but I try to be in the office at least three to 5 times a week. I'm on our ALC Agent Leadership Council, and I took a vow that I need to be there more regularly for our agents. But Ellie, it's an honor for me, at least when agents come talk to me, whether they're new, whether they're veteran, whether they're Keller Williams or EXP. So, surround yourself with those people and just you're doing great. I think you said you were the one that was also shadowing. Shadowing's a big thing. I've had people shadow me at open houses. I love it. I dig it. It almost gives me a chance to kind of brag about you, to introduce you. You may not be on my team, but hey, Sherry, I mean, my team probably knows Sherry and Khadija more than anyone else because they're the ones that are constantly stepping up and doing my open houses. And they're starting to be known on my Facebook because I advertise these ladies. They're not competition. They are just another source. There's plenty of it for all of us.
Sweet. That's so awesome that you do that. I got Stephanie Coates to allow me to do one of her and that was
I
awesome.
would still shadow Stephanie Coates. That girl's outstanding.
Well, she allowed me to do an open house or a condo for her, and I sold one, but it was a different one than hers. But
Is that the one on Coburg?
yes,
Yeah, I was under
but it was,
contract on that one and my buyer got cold feet, unfortunately. Um, and that I tell you what, you work that contact. Because Stephanie, she's a great agent, you guys. She's when I went to high school with her, like she was the girl that's like, I'm gonna be a real estate agent. We're like, okay. And I mean 18 years old and she's been doing it ever since. So she's like 21 years in the business now. Three kids under the age of three. So when we have our ALC meetings, it's like a zoo. Like I have one, Corin has one, we all have all these little babies. But it's amazing to me, and I'll just give you this little nugget. Stephanie Coates needs somebody. She needs somebody as of like 2 years ago. And she had this girl working for her and just never really fully committed. And I thought that was the craziest thing. I'm like, you have the opportunity to work with one of the top agents and you're not doing anything about it. So that's great. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear it because that girl needs help.
well, I haven't worked with her since, but it was nice because man, I got her paperwork and I was like, wow, look at this. This is
Yeah.
amazing. I
She's
hope
the
I
only
get her.
agent that I can go into the office after 10 p.m. and she'll be there. That girl is there at the wackiest hours. You should ask to join her Red Day committee, her ALC Red Day committee.
Okay.
I would reach out to her because she's gonna need some help there.
I used to work at Burrito Amigos, and that's where I met her. She would always stop by for Taco Tuesday
That sounds right.
and order her tacos. So then I actually looked into Keller Williams because of her too.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so great to hear. She's personable. She's got this niche down. She sleeps like an hour and a half every single night. But yeah, she's built this empire and she's done it all by herself. She had a team at one point. She had a team of like 3 or 4 girls. Just slowly kind of dwindled. She did, I can't remember how many pieces of business. I think she did like 98 pieces of business last year, 102, somewhere around that 100 mark by herself. No TC. You guys, I even have a TC because I hate computer work. I know where my strengths and weaknesses are. This is my bread and butter. Anything that has a key, not my bread and butter.
I love it.
Hey, there's also things called VAs out there, you guys. VAs are very cheap. You can hire them for an hour a week. You can hire a VA for an hour a week. They work for like $5. I think we pay our VA like $5.35 an hour. But you can just say, hey, I need posts for a week. I encourage you to start with ChatGPT though. I really do. If you don't have a brand yet or a logo, I would encourage you to get something over the next, by the end of year one. You need something that's going to recognize you. If that's your name and a little house over it, great. But you are going to want to have something that people can identify you by. Something. Make sure it's on your Facebook. Like I'm Tracktown Real Estate Group under Keller Williams. That's the cool thing about Keller Williams. They're like, I don't care where you put Keller Williams as long as it's on there. Other than that, they want you to be your own thing. They want you to be your own brand. I was Felicia Mondragon Real Estate for my first 6 years. Excuse me, my brother's a real estate agent at Keller Williams. We do business completely opposite. My dad's a retired realtor who shared the same last name. I was so sick of people thinking I was married to my dad or brother and or being affiliated with my brother's business because it's very different. We were in two very different dynamic businesses. So I said, the heck with it, I'm going Tracktown Real Estate. That's it. So that's how I formed. But this was my logo forever, that little M. Simple. Simple. Doesn't need to be anything crazy. Make it your name, but make it something that people will recognize and that you can, brand a sticker or whatever it is. Letterhead.
I have a good one because I have an X in my name. It starts with an X. I'm like, well, shoot, that should be easy.
Man, you can put like a little door underneath the bottom half of the X. Yeah, you'd have fun. Drop your name into ChatGPT. Hey, I'm a realtor. Here's my name. Give me some ideas. It'll be like, that's how I waste my time. I sit on my couch and I'm like, what would I do with this wall? And ChatGPT's like, it looks like crap. You should do this and this and this. And then I go to sleep and we do the same cycle all over again tomorrow. So the more you use ChatGPT, the more it's going to recognize you. So that's pretty much the only time I use it. So like to me, I'll say in my brand voice, and then it's like, boop, I'm talking as Tracktown Real Estate, or I'll just say, hey, as Felicia. But the more you start to use it, the more it's going to start familiarizing. Keller Williams is big proponents of Gemini. That's the other, just any AI. I just happen to use ChatGPT, but Gemini, and I'm pretty sure Gemini is free for us. Talk to your market center leader. I am 99.9% sure that's free. And I'm honestly starting to convert over to Gemini. There's a lot more features. Hi, Catalina. Thanks for coming. Uh, yeah, just start playing around with it. If you don't start learning AI now, you're going to get left behind. I'm already left behind and I don't even really use it, but that is the direction we are headed. So I encourage you, if you have free time, there's always a title company doing an AI thing. Search Google. There's so many free platforms out there.
Well,
And
Gemini will teach you too.
Gemini will teach you. I
Yeah,
encourage
it's
you, if you're in
amazing.
Eugene, come by. Show me what you've learned. So I'll take you out to lunch. Show me what you're learning. Because I do think AI is where it's going to be. And it's just a huge time saver, you guys. I had one guy, one of my Salt Lake City partners the other day. We're part of this big network and we do Zooms once a month. And I mean, this guy had the entire like 200 of us just like he taught his Chat GPT. Now, I'll say this with my legal lawyer talk. I don't know if I would do this because I'm just not at a point where I'd be comfortable giving my password. But he gave his command password to ChatGPT. He screen shared his ChatGPT was going through over 2,000 addresses, making sure that their drive, street, zip codes right. I mean, he goes, it took a good 6, 7, 8 hours to train it how to do this. That thing was just in the background, updating all his addresses, updating, going through the phones, going through this. It's like, oh. So it's going to take some time. And that's, something that my team is, we don't have a lot of spare time, but we are going to figure out how to get more time. Because we're losing time at this point. There's tasks my team are doing that they don't need to be, they should not be doing. Like I told my social media gal, I gave you 2 years, I'm giving you till the end of the year, and I want you off social media because your time is more valuable in other places where this can take over.
I used it on bare land and it put this humongous thing together for me. It was really amazing. I went ahead and sent it to my father, and he's a surveyor. And it did make one mistake. It had the wrong plot number,
Mm-hmm.
but that was it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it told where we could put the property or the home and everything. It told us how much space between this and that and everything. It was really amazing. I was like, this is so cool.
It's crazy. You can create CMAs on it. Now, I always say double check. Things are still very new, and you do not want to be that agent that's like, but I've dropped CMAs from RMLS into ChatGPT with my logo and my brand, and I'm like, make it Tracktown branded. And it's like, boom.
I tried to do that with Gemini, and it keeps telling me it is beyond its scope, or it can't be, it's not allowed to do that on certain things. So I keep running across that.
Yeah, play with it. You will get some kickbacks on things from time to time, but I mean, even down to just like Canva, like I worry about Canva. I know that sounds crazy, but Canva, I truly think will be obsolete in 10 years. Unless, which they're already starting to do, they've shifted their focus to video platforms, which they need to do. Here are 3 things. Here, I'm gonna give you my nuggets from Family Reunion. I found 2 amazing AI programs that just about blew my noodle. One is called CapCut, CapCut, CapCut. That is for your videos. So if you're going through open houses, videos, thank God I do 2-hour open houses because that's how long it takes me to make one video for an open house. But I'll go through do, and then you can take, the 30-second intro from the front door to the kitchen and you can speed it up to 20 seconds, or you can cut out half of it. And then you just immediately upload your second video, which is the bedrooms. And they got cool transitions like slow-mo. It's all free. And then the next one on top of that it's called, and this is a website, it's not an app, but it's called Higgs Field. I'll drop it in the chat. Higgs Field. I encourage you guys to play around with it. This thing was nuts. You would take like the front of the house picture, or let's use the living room. Let's say you're looking in the living room and you're looking towards the backyard. So the windows are going through, it's your daytime shot from RMLS. And you go into Higgsfield and you're like, hey, make this a twilight shot where the furniture falls in place. It takes that one picture, turns it into a 5-second video. All those pieces of furniture are now dropped off as it transitions into twilight. It was all free and it took like 30 seconds to do. So you don't need to be paying your photographers right now. I mean, once you get really ramped up, time is money. Let me repeat that. Once you get really ramped up, time is money, and leverage becomes that place. I don't have time to do that. My assistant will. Pretty soon she won't. But start with all this free stuff. You guys will be so ahead of the game in a year or two from seasoned agents that refuse to learn this, that just flat out refuse. Like my dad, thank God he's retired. He would have never made it this far with the direction that we're heading. He's just, the more you master AI, one, you guys are at a huge advantage. Like I'm already in this, and so I have to learn this with very little time. You have the time right now to master this. You have the time to master this and buy yourself a lot of time. So when you're 7, 8, 4, 5 years into the game, you already have systems in place. You already have the robots working for you, and you're darn good at it. And you will be the one sitting here with a cat and a snoring dog teaching a Zoom class about AI, because that's how important this is going to be. And that's why you have companies like Real Brokerage. I mean, there's going to be always a grass is greener agent on the other side. Come here. But you have all these like Real Brokerage and EXP. They're very cloud-based. Those guys are, Keller Williams knows they're behind right now, and they better get it together. They talked a lot about it at social media. We'll see a new app probably by the end of the year. I would think rollout for KW. But you have these brokerages that, are investing billions of dollars, billions into AI right now. And, losing workforce. We had this one speaker, he was really, did anyone watch Family Reunion? Did anyone get to sit in? So there was this one, hang on real quick. My photographer can't get into a house where I've given him a code. There was this one guy, his name is Gary Vanderchek, and every other word out of his mouth was the F word at Family Reunion. I've never seen that before. We've gone from Brian Buffini to Mel Robinson. So like, it's a very, tell it like it is. This guy's no BS. And, some of the room was like, oh, even Gary Keller, they knew what he was getting into, but it was pretty alarming to see. But he said, he goes, I have 27 employees here in the United States. He goes, by next year, I'll have 6 because of AI. He will keep his 6 best employees, and the other 21 will be replaced by AI. So I would never replace my transaction coordinator, and I would never really replace my assistant. But I do think, in the coming years, we will see, like my stepsister's a graphic designer. I was like, you better get a backup plan.
I don't think that's a good thing, though.
It's not a good thing, not for people like this. And I do think, relationships will always be needed with real estate with a certain demographic. There are companies out there right now that don't even have a real estate that, let's say Shelly was the buyer and Khadija, you were the seller. Shelly, you could call this website, set up a showing at Khadijah's house. Khadija would supply the code to the website. Shelly would go into said house by herself, look at it. If she likes it, goes through the website to buy the house. See where this is at? There's no realtor. There's not one realtor involved in this. So there's websites, there's companies like that right now that already have that. Zillow, I think eventually they will have a feature like that. You sign with Zillow, we'll take care of all the showing appointments, all of it. It's kind of like almost like a Redfin. Look at Redfin. Like, I'll just tell you that number one agent that comes up on ChatGPT in Lane County is a Redfin agent. Her name's Erica Tatum, and phenomenal. I've worked with Erica back in restaurant days, and I only have her cell phone number because of that. These agents don't give out cell phone numbers. You go through Redfin. Then I got to wait for Redfin to call me back. It's a pain in the butt to work with, honestly. There's nothing worse than Redfin. Yeah, it's just, yeah, you got to be ahead of the game. You got to be ahead.
Yeah,
Redfin showed up at your open house on Bentley Avenue.
Was it Erica, blonde lady? No.
Justin, I think was his name.
Yeah, and then and again, nothing wrong with them, but they
I was
drive
actually,
me
I was like,
nuts.
I didn't know Redfin had agents, so I was
Yeah,
actually surprised.
they do. You know what they take a listing for? 1%. I lost a client last year. So I was like, Mary, why is your house for sale? Literally around the corner from where I live too. I was like, Mary, I mean, we walk our dogs together. She's like, well, she's 1%. I go, I would have done it for free. Like, I'm just, I'm upset at this point. She's like, well, she was really convincing. You know who it was? Erica Tatum. Erica Tatum. So I'm in front of her all the time. Sometimes that happens too, but it is, there's always going to be the cheaper and better. I'm on a tiered, yeah, I don't care. I'll tell you guys this. When I take a listing, I give my sellers three options. I have three different brokerage fees. Some include a crew of four, a landscaper, power washer, window washer, and house cleaner. I take care of all that. You're going to pay a lot higher than a standard 3%. I don't do anything less than 3%. But here's my value. I pay for all the photography. You're probably doing that anyway at 2.5% and not telling them. Tell them I do it at 3%. My marketing is fantastic. This is where my Facebook comes in. Check out my Facebook because I'm very confident that they pull up and they'll see every single listing I have, how often it's done that. So again, your social media presence matters. Even if you are not a Facebook agent, or if you go and you never bring up Facebook once, the moment you walk out, they're going to look you up. They're going to figure out who you are. Are you the person at, dinosaur conventions every weekend? You the person at the bar? What does that look like? So I'm not, have fun. I have a personal Instagram page that is my personal. That's the only thing I run. Everything else is ran by my business. The internet is permanent. So be very careful. Do not engage in anything political. I don't care what side you fall on. I don't care if you think God is purple. I don't care. Don't share anything. I've seen agents from Keller Williams, especially around COVID, get fired. Not saying that's any of you, but things are permanent and you do work under Keller Williams. Like there was a lot of craziness going on around COVID and people bashing this, and next thing you know, that license is somewhere else. So, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but you also don't need to let them know that. Now, if they're a bad person, don't work with them. Don't work with them. Don't do it. Now the bunny's in the center of the screen, so there's no avoiding Ellie. Yeah, you should all come up if you want to come to Eugene. We'll send out some Easter invites. The date should be out next week, but make sure to invite your clients. We have a market center in Eugene where you can use that space for free. The whole upstairs is free. Tamara, we just had a mother-daughter agent do one of their events there. They pay for like the sodas and whatnot, but I did a wreath making, or what did I do? Wreath making or ornament making one year, and I used the whole upstairs space. I went to Dollar Tree and got as many ornaments as I needed, fill them up. There's 2 hours. There's your Christmas event. Space rent will be the most expensive that you can pay for, and you have an office to do it.
Are you talking about that communal space where we had like the award, the
Yes.
Oh,
Yep. So as long as it's after hours, like Tamara and Hannah Reno, those two girls did one. I think it was like 3 to 5 on on a Saturday or Sunday. You can do it anytime. But use that space. That's why we pay. That's how I look at it. There's always
so
balloons
I want
laying
to do
around.
a vision board thing, and I've been wondering like where I was gonna, because my house is small.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Great idea. That's a fantastic idea. Don't even wait till the end of the year. Do it halfway.
No, yeah. I
Halfway
used to
through.
do vision board things just before I ever did real estate because I believe in that stuff. And women's sister circles. Like I used to have those spaces prior to even being a realtor. So I want to bring it back around.
So
Yeah.
did you say the space rent is free or we have to pay if we do it here?
No, you can do any event at that office as long as it's not so like Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. No. After 5 on a weekday, yes. Saturday, Sunday, anytime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like Kate now. And there's probably like handfuls of vision board stuff. So go raid the closets first before you go buy anything.
I've been saving stuff.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, use those spaces. I'm sure we're going to have a company barbecue this year. I'm in charge of that too. And I'm going to find a way to make it work where we can open it to clients. To me, it's a no-brainer. Yes, I want to take care of everyone at KW, but I think it's just as important for you to open it up to your clients or those with kids, or everyone gets 20 invited, whatever that looks like. Hot dogs are cheap.
I'll
We
tell
own the
you
parking
what,
lot.
you make me wish I was in the Eugene market.
Come on up. We're a good time. We
I'm
have
saying,
quite the ALC this year. I can't believe they let the four of us on it, honestly.
Xenia, you're only an hour away.
I know. That's why I sold a house there. So I don't
Well,
have
I
a lot
dropped
to do there.
my cell phone in the chat. So everyone just shoot me a text. I already have a few of you, but if you're not inside this office, shoot me a text. Oh, thanks for putting my name because my name is not Tanya. And I'll let you know when ours is. I mean, it's an hour away, but Xenia, this would be a good opportunity for you to come form a relationship with a Eugene agent and get that going.
There you
Start
go.
working your different market centers, ladies. Get to
yeah,
know each
I'll
other.
shoot you a text too.
Get to know each other, get to know everyone. Start looking up your top agents in Portland, in Bend, in Chicago, in this and that. Um, Idaho and Salt Lake City, or excuse me, Idaho, Utah, Montana. Those three states are the pretty much the top three states where Oregonians moved to last year. So when you're in Albertson's line and you're hearing the guy in front of you talk about Bozeman and how he can't wait to get out there, hey, I got Bob Rogers out there. Have you heard of him? Well, no, because there's probably like 15,000 agents. He's a great agent out there. Bob's awesome. So get your top dollars on there. I made one call 2 years ago. Actually, Nick Nelson, another agent in my office, he's like, "Do you have anyone in Houston?" My answer is always yes. I didn't, but I knew my circle would. I called my circle and a lady named Sahar Khatib. She's the #1 agent in Houston across all boards. #1 agent, runs solo, has a driver. She's the most beautiful, exotic looking human being you ever see, but runs a tight ship business. I gave her a referral. It wasn't even my piece of business. It was another piece of business. This lady has treated me tenfold. She has a VA working for me to tag me on Facebook. When I went to family reunion, she brought me to Gary's events. Wasn't even my referral. So become the expert. Become the person when Tammy Sue needs somebody in Delaware. She's going to think of Sherry. She'll think of Khadijah. She'll think of me. Can't tell
Well,
you how
now
many times.
I looked them up on, I did go in and look up agents in Idaho, but then when I was looking up some of the top producers, I thought, well, if I sent them a message, would they look at me as a new agent and say, why is she messaging me? Because, she has nothing to offer. She is a new agent. And so, yeah, I didn't send him anything because I just thought, well, yeah, how are they going to look at me because I haven't sold anything yet, and but also you made a good point. I could be standing in line and hear of somebody moving, and you know be able to
You know how
offer
I would
them.
look at it if I had a brand new agent reach out to me? You know how I'd look at it? I want to know who that agent is because they're hungry. We're always looking for new talent. You have no idea who's looking for new talent at any given time for a
Okay.
team. If I have a brand new agent, I had this kid walk through the other day. I had to talk to him about his clothes, but he came through. I guess this was in October. I had an $800,000 listing, and he came through. Now, granted, he was in a Budweiser shirt, and we had to talk about that, but
Lord.
he was brand new lending, and he was out just introducing himself. And he's like, I had to meet you. I've seen your name. Obviously, they can see our numbers. He's out scouting the top agents and where they're hosting. He knew it was me, not Khadijah, hosting the open house. He specifically came to meet me. Now, I told him, go home and change if you're going to go out for new business. I go, you cannot be in an alcohol t-shirt doing that. Other than that, again, I mean, you can see how I dress. Is this how I dress to an appointment? No, I'm going to change here in 8 minutes to go to my next appointment. But that's me. That's my coach is if you Google Erin K. Jones, I'll drop her name. You're gonna Google this lady and be like, I'm sorry, she's the top agent, one residential she has 45 people on her team in Washington, D.C., not an ounce of makeup. She looks like she shops at Mart, like me. There's no name brand. There's no makeup. She's the #1 person that's always on my ass about it. Stop trying to fit in with everyone else. Because I have partners in this like Sahar Khatib. I mean, nails. These people are Gucci. I'm not. But when I get around family reunions, sometimes she's like, stop it, stop it, stop it, be yourself. So really work that. Really work that. Be yourself. Because when I can think of when I fumbled on deals or lost deals, it's because I was not me. I was not the authentic me.
I'm happy you say that because I actually had a conversation with my partner and we tried this out. We did a video on TikTok. I posted a video and I did one just casual, just I went to the broker tour this last week and we went to that one house on the 1.2, I think it was, on broker tour. And I just did this casual video and Aaron just recorded me and I did it in Spanish. And then I posted it. I edited it and posted it, and it got over 300 something likes, and then like 4 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I was like, I was surprised because you'd think, like this is the thought that I had, right, going into real estate, that I'd see all these real estate agents on TikTok, super glamorous, super this and super that. Which really what people want to see is just your authentic self. And that is so true. And just like even you making jokes about like, just things that they would know. Like I saw this video saying, do you know the Muffin Man? And they're like, nah, just kidding. This is a house listed here and here and here. And I was like, oh gosh, that is so funny.
Yes. People want stuff they can relate to. People want to feel comfortable with you. And congratulations. That is an incredible video. And now post or what is it called? Pin it. Pin that video at the top of your profile. Pin it at the top of your Facebook. So as soon as people go, that's the first video. That's the first video. Then I encourage you, share that video every month, maybe every 2 months. Hey guys, remember this one? This is where it all started. How many times do you see that on Facebook? But truly, my team this year, I went through our Facebook. I was like, it's too much business. It's too much business. I go, we have way too long of postings. We got hashtags. These are out. Out. I said, narrow it down to like 3 hashtags, and I go and get rid of 90% of what you're typing. I'm like, put it into GPS. I don't care, or Chat GPT, whatever you need to do. My most successful posts have nothing to do with real estate, you guys. Right. I will say that top 4% one was probably my best business post. I'm a little humble. I don't like posting about it, but I was damn proud of that one. This last round. I've had 2 that I've been really proud of. But people want to know who you are. People want to know who you are because we can't, general public can't look at stats. They can't see that you have no deals. They can see that blah, blah, blah over here at blah, blah, blah realty has so many deals, but he's a total douchebag online. I'm thinking of one and I would never say his name, but I can't wait till you all have to do a deal with him.
What are the initials? No, I'm just kidding.
JR. But he is so icky by his I shouldn't even say it. He advertises himself as a veteran and he's not a veteran.
Ooh, isn't that so dark?
So one day he's going to get beat up and it's going to be the greatest day on Facebook when it happens. But absolutely, I would say while you're getting started, 60-40, 60 personal, 40 business. Just make sure, even drop in your teeny tiny logo on the bottom of your picture. That's fine. That's totally fine. Like when I do my Instagram personal shares, I automatically tag Tracktown Real Estate. It's so small that you wouldn't see it, but it allows me to share it on my Tracktown page. So people say, oh, Felicia Mondragon has an Instagram. Let's go see the humane side of her. But heck yeah, do not conform yourself. Now, on the flip side, read a room. When I get a referral, I'm like, hey, what are these people? I got one a while back there approved for $1 million. She's like, do not dress up. She goes, you need to go in jeans and a sweatshirt and one of your Tracktown sweatshirts. I go, okay. Okay, done. Got it. So try to find out what the client's like. Look them up on Facebook. If they love Zelda and Grateful Dead and they have purple hair, they're probably not going to want you showing up in, read a room. But be yourself. Be yourself. And look up my coach and tell me that's what a top person of the Washington, D.C. state looks like.
Was Erin on MREA podcast?
Yes. Yeah, okay, she just spoke at Family Reunion too. She's badass, man. She lays into me every Monday from 10 to 10:30, and I love it. Don't feel like you need to go get a coach. You got a lot of people in your office that are rooting for you. I would sit down or Zoom or anytime with any one of you for a one-on-one. Anytime. It helps me. It helps me. It helps you. Okay? All right, my little
I know
buddy
we're out
rabbit.
of time.
Yeah, go ahead.
but I
No,
just
you're
want
okay. Go ahead.
one last thing. You know, I'm a dual career person right now. So I work a full-time job and I'm trying to switch over to real estate. So I'm super interested in anybody's stories that have successfully done that because that is my biggest like mountain right now that I need to climb over. So yeah, I don't know if you know any great stories of people or who.
There's a lot of people that do get started that way. There's truly, I mean, Matt Kendall's a great one. He started at Costco and worked his way, and now he's doing really well. I'm so proud of Matt. I'm really, really proud of Matt. Corin Thompson, also on our ALC. Both of those people have done it.
Okay.
I was fortunate enough where I just simply wasn't making money at my last job, so I didn't really have, I was just like, well, all in. But I am glad, happy to talk to you about that transition. All I heard from is that you are around a network of people that can boost you to this next career.
Right.
So
Yes.
get a logo down and create yourself a t-shirt. Start there. Start wearing it around the office.
Yeah.
You can go on Vistaprint and make a t-shirt for $10. You can go to a store like Walmart and buy one and then take it to a print shop and say, I want this on it. But start there. Slowly, or not slowly, but subtly drop some hints that this is what you're doing. This is my next move. Invite them to Easter. I'll have a date out by the end of the week.
Yeah, I'll do that. Gen X does t-shirt printing too, just so everybody knows.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, start wearing your stuff. I wear my Tracktown Real Estate shirt everywhere. It's a Carhartt. It's a nice one. You can put them on Nikes, you can put them on whatever, you can put them on, a $10 one. So start there. Start letting people know what you're doing. It's okay to brag. We wear Nike. Why do we think it's okay to make Nike money and not ourselves money?
Good point.
Okay. Well, shoot me a text. I'll sit down anytime. My line's always open for you guys. I truly mean it. I'm jazzed to see you all still here. And girl, Loney, is it Loney?
Yes, Loani. Sorry, do you mind hearing my kids in the back?
You're okay. You keep rocking your personal videos. Find me on social media when we're done here because I got to jet to my appointment. But find me so I can watch this video, okay?
Yes, I will do, and I'll probably be in the office more. I just have a 9-month-old. I went in today and was there tomorrow for a little bit, but he started. He's already 9 months. He wants to be everywhere. And I was like, yeah, we're not doing this in here.
Bring him down to our end of the hall. We got a bunch of banshees down there.
Yeah,
Yes, for
Loani,
sure.
you had a great video. I really.
Oh, thank
it
you.
was
Thank you guys so
authentic.
much. Yeah,
Yes,
I think I'm just trying to figure out who's viewing the videos. So I started off with that video, and I really do want to go to more houses, but that's actually a question that I have. Do we just need to ask the listing agent, hey, is it okay if I go and do a video, and then from there go and do that? Or
absolutely. I had someone from EXP a while back ask me about my new one. She goes, can I go up in video? I go, please do.
Okay, cool.
Free advertising. I will say, girl, I learned this at family reunion. If you have 10 or 20 bucks to spare right now, go pay for your viral video and boost it for a week at 20 bucks.
Okay.
Because they say those are the videos you want to boost even more because it's already gone viral once. That's the one that's going to make you show up everywhere. So go spend 10, 20 bucks, invest in that video and run it for a week or 2 weeks and let me know how it goes.
Okay, will do. Yeah, my partner, he has a roofing company, and I started off with him, and right now, well, I do his videos, I do all his marketing and stuff. So now I'm like trying to get more involved in my stuff and just kind of doing both. But yeah, I was so surprised when I started seeing that these likes and then follows. I was like, where in the world?
That's incredible. Go boost it and let me know how that looks in 2 weeks for you.
Will do. Thank you so much. And I will definitely reach out to you.
Please do. I want to talk to each and every one of you. Set up one-on-one, okay?
Thank you so much. This has been awesome.
Thank you, Felicia.
Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for coming. I appreciate your time today, too.
Thanks, Felicia.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.